Good morning, this is Quinlan, and today I am attempting the most difficult hike that I've ever done in Japan. I'm attempting to summit Yarigatake, Mount Yari, the spear thrusting into the sky. This is another attempt to further push my boundaries in terms of fear of heights, and I'm already off. I'm starting the hike today at Kamikochi in Nagano Prefecture. This is a popular tourist site for just casual walking as well as hiking. It's gonna be a long day. 20 kilometers each way with 2,000 meters of ascent just to get to the lodge. These bear bells are all over the place. But given how crowded this hiking route is, I don't think there's too much of a problem with people getting attacked by bears here. The first part of this very long day is relatively flat. All right, reached the first major stop, this Yari and Lodge, and it's 3.4 kilometers until this Tohoku place. Rather nice, proper lodge here. Still yet another lodge, which is handy because I think, yes, you can get drinking water and there are bathrooms. Let's take a look at this giant map. So I started here at Kappabashi, came across, went down here, across here, down over to here, and then am here right now. And I'm headed up to that Yarigatake, way up there. Eesh. There are these really tall mountains on all sides, and I'm going to hike to a spot taller than all of them. The summit Yarigatake is the highest place in this area at 3,180 meters. I believe it's the 5th highest mountain in Japan. What a ridgeline. All right, here at 1,990 meters and just 5 kilometers left after 16 I've already walked. This is the view. This is the view I was hoping for, and almost. And it's pouring. That is Yari straight ahead. You can maybe barely see it, but I'm getting just poured on. This sucks. Oh well, what can you do? This is not fun. Oh well. There was a big bolt of thunder a second ago. This kind of sucks. No, this really sucks, but what are you gonna do? The rain has let up a little bit, though it's still coming down, obviously. But there were some really dramatic thunderclaps. It was, yeah, a little scary. I think it's the first time I've been this high up on a mountain when there was like huge lightning and thunder. I mean, I didn't see the lightning, but the thunder was pretty dramatic. Quite an imposing profile, even half obscured by the clouds. Finally made it to the Yarigatake Lodge, where I'm staying tonight. And of course, it clears up as soon as I get there. The summit to Yarigatake looked really crowded right now. Decided to go up this other little mountain here. I say little mountain as it's not much higher than the lodge at Mount Yari, but it's actually 3,101 meters high. The name Mount Obami translates to Big Eat, as supposedly hunters used to call it that based on the herds that came to eat the mountain grass lower down. Look at that. That's what I'm doing tomorrow morning. Yeesh. I just can't help myself from stopping every few steps to turn around and just gaze in awe at the view of Yari behind me here. Ah, that's the summit I'm looking for. If I keep going, it just goes on and on and on. Mount Obami here is actually the 10th highest mountain in all of Japan, but because it stands here in the shadow of Yari, it's not all that well known. Not a bad view from here, huh? Not a bad view from here. Both directions. Dang. That's where I'm spending the night, in that big red building. And having tagged that little summit, which is also above 3,000 meters, it's time to head back for dinner. Got about a half hour to get back to where all those tents and the lodge are for dinner. And just like that, back to the lodge again. It's just about dinner time. I'm still in disbelief that I'm gonna try and climb that tomorrow morning. I actually just ate dinner, and the reason why I'm going now is because it was really crowded earlier today, and I think everybody's gonna go at sunrise tomorrow morning. So this seems like the best chance to go up when it's not really crowded. But look at these mountains over here. It's just insane. It's already really steep. For me, I think the way down is gonna be scarier than the way up. I can climb up, I don't have to look down, but looking down is gonna be scary. Eesh. Thankful for the arrows telling me which way to go. Jeez, my God. I'm just showing you this part here because I can kind of do it one-handed, but when I get to the actual scariest parts, I'm gonna have to leave you guys behind, throw this in my bag. I think if I just look right ahead of me, it's okay. The key is not looking down, but I do want to look sideways. Dang. Overcoming fears, it's a good thing, yeah? It's just a rock face with a chain going to a ladder. I don't want to think about what's right behind me. Terrifying ladder. I can do this. I can do this. The part I just climbed up, there was not even a ladder. There were just like little bars to hang on to. Getting up is one thing. Getting down's gonna be another, huh? Because I have to look down when I'm going down. Well, I'll worry about that later. No chain, no ladder. Ooh, I think this is the final ladders to the summit. I think I passed the hardest part of the way up. I can do ladders, right? All right, this is the longest ladder. I think it's like 10 meters, I think I remember hearing. And this is the summit, 3,180 meters, Mount Yarigatake. Well, not a bad sunset. So it's time to, as I stumble on these little rocks, go back down to the lodge. And going back down to this lodge is actually the most terrifying part for me, but no way to get down but on my own 2 feet. I think that this is a big step for me in conquering my fear of heights. I'm making tons of little steps. conquering the fear of heights, of course, in the various mountains around here, but this is a big one. I'll talk to you again on the bottom. And the way down actually wasn't as scary as I thought. I mean, as they say, it's all in your head, right? I think I'm getting better. I think I've made an important step here. I managed to climb up and down those ladders without freezing up. Yay. If I can do it, if you're afraid of heights, I bet you can do it too. You can just barely see Mount Fuji right out there. Well, it's been fantastic yesterday and today, and now I'm going to start heading back down. Got another mountain to hike tomorrow, so I'll talk to you on the way down. From the lodge, and now back down into the valley towards Kamikochi. This is the view that I was missing yesterday in all the rain and snow. And I did it. I was up there. This cave right here is associated with the story of Banryu, a Buddhist monk who first hiked this mountain in 1828 when there were presumably no trails. Man, this is a pretty small place to stay. I imagine it would provide a little bit of shelter from the rain. Oh, I see, down in here. Ah, this is really nice down in there. I could definitely visualize sitting in this cave for hours and hours, meditating, chanting Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. If you're curious about that mantra, Namu Amida Butsu, that's basically I take refuge in Amitabha Buddha. Most famous with the Pure Land Buddhists, who sort of are almost Christolic in their belief, in that they believe that they wanted to bring Buddhism to the masses, to everyone, not just to the scholars and those who could practice meditation and achieve enlightenment. And so according to the Buddhist teachers of Honen and Shinran, who founded Pure Land Buddhism and the Jodo Shinshu, they wanted to let even average people be able to achieve enlightenment. And so in their faith, just by chanting Namu Amida Butsu, you are already saved. The Buddhas come down and save you, almost like, you might say, accepting Jesus into your heart means you're saved in a lot of schools of Christianity. It's I've heard that comparison before, and I think it's rather apt. Well, heading out of this amazing valley, already Yarigatake is hidden. Yari is hidden behind that ridgeline. Well, I did it. The trip to Mount Yari is actually really far if you go from Kamikochi. Most people stop and stay for a night, or rather 2 nights in between. I did it in 2 days, and so overall it was 42 kilometers with 2,200 meters in ascent. That was a little intense, and I was pretty sore this morning because I did that yesterday. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the trails.